Hi, so we are doing moustaches. So I'm going to show you how to apply a lace front handmade moustache. So first I'm going to go through what equipment you need. So on my table in front of me I have my moustache. Okay, so this is the moustache here. So it will sit on, yep. Up close this is what it looks like. It's very hard to see on this thing, but it basically is hand knotted each individual strand. Okay, so you can buy these already pre-made, or you can make them yourself. Something like this, I think, to buy would be about $50 or so, or again you can hand make it depending on what your skills are. So sometimes they're nice if you don't have time just to pre-buy them already made, especially depending on budget and timing. So then I also have my spirit gum. Okay, so I've got the Krylon spirit gum. I have spirit gum remover. I have my hairspray. Okay, so NAC hairspray, just to make sure that it's sitting in place. Then I have a range of like disposables, also tweezers, little scissors. I like to use an orange stick. Okay, this end here specifically to pop it in and pop it down, and then combs and cleansers and alcohols and that sort of stuff as well. So the first stage that I'm going to do is obviously make sure that this is clean and ready to go. So you can reuse these. You just need to make sure that all of the spirit gum is off at the back. So to remove the spirit gum from the back is just a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. Wipe it over, or you can use the spirit gum remover as well. Sometimes that does leave an oily residue, so just be careful to make sure that you go back over it a little bit with alcohol again, okay? Otherwise you will see some crusty things coming through the lace. So important to make sure that you clean it properly. This is the same technique that you would be using for lace front wigs as well. Okay, so 4 hair pieces, same technique, just as a moustache piece, a smaller piece. So making sure that this is prepped, ready to go. If you need to, you can hairspray it, you can start to comb it so that it sits a lot nicer. I do also like to do that once it's on as well, is give it a little comb and a hairspray once it's on, just to make sure that it's sitting fine. So prep that. The other thing that you need to prep is the skin. So if somebody has a mustache or some stubble already, they really need to make sure that that's shaven off completely. So these need to go on a complete flat surface. They won't stick as well if they are on top of hair already there. So just with some cleanser, so make sure the skin is fine, a bit of cleanser, remove any makeup or any traces of anything that are on the skin. So I'm just using a muscle water. Give that a second to dry. While that is drying, I'm going to start prepping my spirit gum. Okay, so I have my spirit gum here. So what we want to do is measure out exactly where you want it to sit. Okay, so this one here has a little dip in it, so I know that sits around about there. Okay, now what I want to do firstly is start in the center and work my way out. Don't put spirit gum all over. You want to do it in little sections. So now that you've spirit gummed it on, you want to go through, double check all the edges, make sure that they're all sitting in okay. The other thing that you want to make sure that you do is if you see any spirit gum on the outside of it, you want to go through and make sure that you translucent powder that so that you don't actually see any colour coming through or shine coming through. So it's really important to make sure that your edges on it are stuck down and perfect. The reason that the lace is works really well is because once it's stuck onto the skin, you can barely see it. If it's not stuck onto the skin properly, you'll see it sticking up. So make sure that you go through and really stick it down, as well as blend out any of the spirit gum that you see coming through as well. So now we're going to start styling it. So I have my comb. Now you can obviously pre-style a little bit as you go as well, but sometimes you just mess it up once it's on. So it's sometimes easier just to get it on and then style it. So just going through with my comb. You can either style it so that it's coming all the way out the side, or you can style this one coming straight down, depending on what look you're going for. I mean, this mustache is quite a big exaggeration of a mustache anyway, but the smaller ones you can tweak a lot more too. You can cut these if you want to the person's mouth. So with an actor, for example, you want to leave a little bit of room so that you can still see their lips move. Otherwise, they lose a little bit of the detail of what they're saying. It's a little bit too distracting for them, okay? If you need to, you can get some hairspray on your comb. Just spray a little bit on. And hairspray any straggly bits. Now, this shouldn't need too much touch up at all. If the person is talking a lot, just come back through and double check your edges of where the actual movement is. This part here may come up a little bit, so always double check and make sure that it's always camera ready and ready to go. Now for removal, removal is on a cotton tip with some isopropyl alcohol, or you can use your spirit gum remover. So with your spirit gum, same way, cotton tip, start from your outer edges and work your way up. And don't forget to clean the mustache before you put it away.